Yo, 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 long haulers, hi. My name is Georgia Gwynne Gruber, aka Triple G. I am a middle-aged mom who in a former iteration of my life used to be a bit of a poet rapper. And I've been wanting for months to share some of the things that have helped me get through the last year of hell. I'm on day 354 of my own long COVID journey. It's been brutal. I've written a little poem. I've got it on paper because I can't remember shit at the moment. I've got brain fog, and if I stare at a computer screen, I get this weird vertigo thing. So I feel like I'm going to projectile vomit, which wouldn't be very nice on the camera. So I'm going to read off papers. If I'm looking down, that's why. And if I'm short of breath, you know why. Let me introduce myself. My nickname is G-Force or Triple G, because G-Force is, of course, pre-COVID, how I used to be. Boundless energy, healthy physicality, positive mentally, until this virus kicked me to the curb. And nearly a year on, I'm still sickly. Poor me, poor me, poor me. No, I refuse to be a victim, because it's not all dark and gloom. And this is why I've created this space, this sacred room. For all of you out there who despair, when will I feel normal? When will I recover? Whether it's long haul COVID you're braving or some other nasty weather. Because mental health must be cherished, and there are so many struggling in this moment of human history. Which is why I've created this channel to share and care and celebrate the great mystery. So Triple G, my initials, branded here as gratitude, grit and grace. The 3 secret keys to kicking all disease a roundhouse in the face. Let's start with gratitude and how it shifts the psyche, boosts it upwards like the tick of Nike, gets you in a golden mood like eating fresh raw food, helps you surrender like you're on a healthy bender, opens you up like a chalice ready to receive healing nectar. All you have to do is believe that a wealth of health is yours to achieve, to rock and roll. As Adidas said, relax, nothing is under control. Where to start? How about I'm alive right now? In this moment, my heart is beating. Yep, it might be palpitating, shaking and gyrating with freight train momentum, but it's defeating death every moment it's beating, so be grateful. Just breathe that thankfulness deep inside you and feel heart wide to infinity outside you. Just breathe that thankfulness deep inside you and feel heart wide to all of infinity outside you. Let the light of the great mystery that pervades you and me crash into your crown, then breathe it deep, deep down. Let it swirl around your body, dance in your cells, massage your organs and cast magic spells. Breathe in the good stuff and breathe out the bad. Release all the tension that makes you feel mad. And witness yourself conducting this light. Something about it will feel inherently heart right. And in that moment and the next one, you will forget some, if not all, of your pain. And that is the exact precise space when the mystery can start to heal you again. If you're watching this video, then you're most likely in the 1%. You've got Wi-Fi, probably a hi-fi, the basics for survival, a good foundation for revival. And as we witness in this moment, we have air to breathe, food to eat and shelter. We can relax and start to change the way we see this crazy helter-skelter, this dramatic event that has turned our lives topsy-turvy, upside down, inside out and horribly upset. Might just be our opportunity to transform apparent adversity into positivity, to change our mindset, to breathe beyond the symptoms and press the button of a whole life reset. Don't forget that crisis in Chinese means a changing point, a fork in the road, a chance to travel in a different direction. And maybe, just maybe, when we look back on this in 1, 5 or 10 years' time, we will say, I'm so grateful that I got my time for self-reflection. Perhaps I'll dabble with the uncertainty of this COVID absurdity, this injection of an infection with no cure or protection will be the very thing that allowed some powerful introspection. That maps the way we live our next iteration. Because life comes in chapters, and this is maybe our dark night of the soul. So what can we learn that will let the next chapter unfold in a way that our stories will inspire others when they're told? to keep going, to keep flowing, to journey deeper and be bold. Gratitude is an attitude with longitude and latitude, and the more we feel it, express it, feel blessed, believe and achieve it, the more we allow ourselves to conceive restoration. And for that, I propose a diet of daily meditation. Grit is the second G, and it speaks of resilience. The brilliance of resilience cannot be underestimated. Countless examples through history and herstory of where grit has decimated, insurmountable odds where human beings were fated, with extreme conditions, disabilities, hostilities, battles and brutalities, and this can't be debated. So find your inner grit. It's the shit. A muscle that the more you flex, the greater it can put you back together bit by bit. It's legit. Courage and resolve. Your perseverance and persistence will dissolve fear and stress and sickness and resistance. And one day we will wake up and say, hey, whoa, me, I've served my time. I've run the distance. Grit. It means sitting up when all you want to do is lie down, curl up and die. Gentle stretching when your body is retching. Gentle walking when your limbs are balking. Gentle breathing when you feel like heaving. Grit means having some humour about how shit we feel, because laughter is sweet medicine to heal. And even though we may be tired of being tired and sick to death of being scared to get sick to death and exhausted with exhaustion, we must not wallow with our misfortune. Yes, it sucks. Suffering from a terrible disease with no known cure, over 2 million dead, young and old, black and white, rich and poor, without normal access to doctors and care, and no one understanding what the hell is happening anywhere. But this being the case, let's practice surrender and acceptance, for this may be our wake-up call for some spiritual transcendence. To boldly go where we have never gone before, to swim against this mighty current with gratitude and grit and reach that healthy shore. Our fortitude and solitude will change our attitude, and the magnitude of this moment will feel like a gift, not a curse. We'll get better, not worse, but first we must let light burst inside ourselves, inside our hearts. So grit that shit up, come what may, because, beloved friends, pain is a candle to light the way. But what gratitude and grit cannot replace is the mystery of blessing grace. That's the third G in the secret key to not feeling crappy, but instead feeling happy, elated, not deflated, ecstatically heart satiated, no matter what symptoms seem to be arising. The beauty of grace is that it's ever surprising. If you're given over, completely surrendered, you will be sublimed, and all of your concerns will be completely outshined. Grace then has permission to trigger unseen magic, turn your tragic and panic and frantic and fear into wellness for the big all clear. How long that takes is none of our business. Our business is mental fitness, richness of enrichment, allowing all our equipment, all our faculties to turn to what is greater than us as individuals, the mystery. You might call it God. Some might not. Who gives a sod? Just breathe it, feel it, love, laugh and be it. It's receiving what any of us cannot understand with grace. It's taking time out from the rat race. It's learning to truly slow the fuck down and pace with grace. I got COVID on March 21st, 2020. Since then, my life turned 180. I've been achy, I've wept, I've felt hopeless with neglect. I've yelled inside and not slept. I've tried supplements and vitamins and paracetamol and aspirin. I've steamed and screamed and tapped and breathed and stretched and retched and buckled over and been so nauseous I felt like I've lived a whole year with a mammoth hangover. I've had 2 chest x-rays and a brain MRI, performed cold water immersion, which helps me get by, but it's traumatic and scary and hairy and erratic, and I can barely recount it because in the midst I've been a mum, homeschooling, running a business, walking a dog, trying to get better, no longer able to be a G-force multitasking jet setter. My sickness overruling everything I've tried to do until I stopped and accepted. Triple G, gratitude, grit and grace, is what I personally have to do to stop being infected. And every time I use those 3 keys, something eases, something gives, something relaxes, something shifts, something uplifts, because they're heart gifts. And that is why I want to share with all of you, because I really deeply care, because we're in this together, a global family, and together joining hands, we will get healthy. Feel the great mystery, that all-pervading conscious light, the healing blessing force, the bright, that knows no colour, gender, race. It's simply prior, always, already the case. Beyond birth, beyond death, beyond all known explanation. And in its fire of healing power, we will burn bright with jubilation, even when we're buckled over, feeling weak with desperation. There's an opportunity for some deeper meditation. If we dive into altering our body, mind and spirit, we'll get invested in the wisdom digested, and our cells will brighten with no limit. Excuse my shortness of breath and out of rhythm rhyme. It's only for a time. It's only for a time. This too will pass. Love. If any of you out there are shitting your pants with long COVID, as I did, check out some of the links I've posted that have helped me personally stay mentally strong through my ongoing storm. You are not alone, and we will get better with gratitude, grit, and grace. Peace out, y'all.